Hello everyone, Nick the Gaming Otter here. So, we have a special thing going on today. And so, I'm just gonna cut to the chase and we're gonna go over here. So, if we read this correctly, it says, exclusive. IGN has learned from multiple sources that PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo will not be part of E3 2023. Wow, that sucks. I mean, like, why doesn't just have the Super Bowl without football? Have a pizza party without pizza? Or, I don't know, have a fashion show without clothes at this point? I mean, why would you even bother? Like, I mean, I can get pissed off and angry. It's nothing gonna change it, and it's frustrating as all hell. But it's like, why would you even bother? What? So, we have to talk about how bad this is. This is just truly, truly awful. Truly awful. I'm staring at the screen just frustrated in disbelief. So we're going to go to the article itself, and we'll try to knock down a bit of it. Exclusive Xbox, Nintendo, and Sony won't be part of E3 2023. Appears that hits the LA and won't be without three of its important draws. Okay. The information comes on the heels of Xbox announcements last week that will be returning to LA for its annual summer showcase, while declining to confirm whether it will be a part of the show itself. Let's see. Speaking with IGN last week, said the platform holder is timing its showcase with E3 at a moment convenient for press and even consumers at the event, meaning it's likely to roughly align with the event itself. For E3, that's interesting. It's like, so you want them to support E3, yet you're not going. You do realize that's like a behind the face slap to the face, right? That's like a behind attack slap to the face. Like, you're basically saying, oh, we're not going, but please support them anyway. It's like, no. E3 is just, to me, one of those seminal moments of gaming. I love the history of going to E3, thousands of people. Spencer said, Xbox is on the board of ESA, and I think a successful, healthy ESA is critical for what we're trying to do. So place our showcase, blah, 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 blah. Xbox current plans. Decision did not have a formal presence. Out of the so-called Big Three, it appeared the most likely to be at E3, not the least because of the several major releases to promote in 2023. Nintendo has also directly maintained a booth on the E3 show floor. However, IGN has heard from sources around the industry that neither Nintendo nor Sony will be at E3. So apparently ReedPop's taken over. We've worked diligently with the ESA. Create a new type of E3 that supports their goals. I mean, these badges are not going to sell. I bet you... Okay, let me just divert back to myself. I bet you that these badges will not sell. No one wants to go to an E3, and I repeat, no one wants to go to an E3. E3 would be going up to them and begging them to take them back. Like, be like, we'll give you a free showplace, whatever you want. And you would imagine that they would want to do whatever they could to keep those things. But, like, to not have them, you think they'd be scrambling. Do they think that people are going to buy these tickets? Like, and money speaks volumes. Like, you know, banks and wallets talk. Like, you know, I'm not going to try to get overly, like, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, if these tickets don't sell and people don't go, then ESA is going to be like, okay, we're effed. We need to do something to make these corporations come back. Because if we don't, we're effed. And they have to do something. But, you know, if ESA, like, is stupid and just digs its teeth into the ground and is like, we're not going to do anything to get these big corporations back, well, you're screwed because these three make up the entire gaming industry. Without any Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo, you're screwed. You know, if you don't have at least one of them, don't even bother going. I mean, no offense, like, I went to South in 2020, and you know what? That was a really garbage convention. I have to be honest with you. I really tried to put on a brave face. I mean, that's not even because of the bullying thing that happened in 2020. Honestly, that was a really garbage. I remember when someone came up to me, it's an indie convention, and I'm like, no. If there's no Big Three, I don't even want to bother. I'm trying to remember what I did in 2020. What game did I play? I think I just walked the show floor and I was disappointed. And I tried to do things like I think there was dancing and there were certain other things, but when South was that bad, you didn't want to go. So I'll try to go through the rest of the article real quickly. Okay, so as much we spent 2022 refining E3, blah 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 blah. Biggest games, a big blow for E3. The news has the potential to be a big blow. Of course it is. With Microsoft already confirming a summer showcase, says it's likely the Xbox buzz will radiate across E3. About Nintendo is particularly may put a damper on things. It's unfortunate that the physical event returns when Nintendo is at the tail end of the Switch life. I mean, we don't know that yet. With no sign of next-gen device. I mean, I'd imagine... Here's the thing, right? I'd imagine if Nintendo was going to come out with a new console, that by going to E3, they would promote that. So for them to not go, they're taking a bit of a breather. Because think about this, okay? Because if you go to E3, you have to pay for everything. This is how the ESA is stupid. And, I you know, like, I've known this already. Like, I want to be grateful that this board or whatever hosts the convention. That's great. But they need to, like, fess up and know they're sucking garbage right now. And that they're terrible. Because if these big three don't show, what do you think's going to happen? No one's going to go. And then all your profits are going to, like, bang! And you're going to be bankrupt. And no one's going to want to go. And then you know what's going to happen? E3 is completely dead. So the only thing that could save it is if ESA came up to them and be like, we'll give you a free show floor, and all of these things. Because if you don't do that, then I don't know what else you're going to do. Like, because if you don't have these companies, you know, I'm kind of surprised that ESA doesn't bend to the will of these three companies, that they force the charge on them. Out of all of the companies, I mean, to be fair, like, I'm not a fan of, like, bigger companies getting a pass just because they're big companies. But to be fair, also to look at the other side of the spectrum, it's like, if they're not at E3, then why even bother having the event? So, yeah. It doesn't stop having an online showcase of some sorts. Here it plans to skip 2023. He explains all three companies have an effective online showcase strategy, which gives them a good flexibility to mix and match their promotional activity. According to one knowledgeable source, they have ongoing ESA over the last 3 years, who they claim incredibly mishandled the E3 brand over the last 3 years. Major E3 organizers have departed the ESA, leaving a new group to sweep up after them. Criticized ReedPop's handling. That's not a good sense that there is an understanding what this show is going to be, which is strange from a company that does an amazing job with PAX twice a year. Used to be 3, technically more, confirmed that would be held from 13th to 16th. 15th and 16th being Gamer Days, open to the public. It is being organized in collaborations with ReedPop, the company that did Star Wars Celebration, New York Comic Con, and PAX. Yeah. E3 sought to join Gamescom, PAX, and other consumer, but it was ultimately canceled. This year we'll see the event return at last, but the digital showcase first part is unlikely to appear. It may be a while before E3 returns to anything approaching to former stature. So, yeah. I mean, I'll give my closing thoughts. I mean, this basically closes E3. I mean, like, this, none of them going is like, why even bother? I know I should turn a light on, and I will. So, but yeah, like, I'm curious to see what's updating on my phone right now. If anyone's telling me that, like, let's see, I have the Xbox, or the IGN article. It's just so disappointing. It's like, you see that, and you're like, what? You're not going to be at E3? Why even bother going? And I have many really fond, good memories of E3 going in the 2010s. I probably could have gone in, like, 2009 or 8 if I really worked at it and I found, like, connections. But, you know, I was in school at the time, and, like, trying to do gaming stuff is really hard. You have to really know good people. Everything is timing. It's like you have to really, like, line up your dots in a row and then get the strikes. And, like, anything in life, you know, there's just, like, always one thing that's gonna ruin it, which is sad but true. And, like, the thing is, like, I loved going to E3 from 2013 all the way to 2019. I mean, I went to 13, 14, 15, 16, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I went to 73s. And it's like, for this to happen, I was really looking forward to it this year, but I'm like, you know what? At least I can save money on a plane flight and a badge. That's $250. That would easily, and food and all this. Actually, to be honest, I probably could stay with friends and things like that to try to cheapen the experience. I mean, and when I mean cheapen, I mean to spend less money. But even still, like, this is just so disappointing. This is sad. I mean, I still have my Mario hat, so this is still a pretty good hat. I mean, I love this hat. I will always wear this hat, no matter what. Like, this is easily my favorite hat that I got at E3. Like, I don't care what anyone says. This is my favorite hat that I got at E3. And I will always love this hat. And I gave this to a special kid who was in a car accident years ago. And it was one of the best memories that I have. And now for E3 to do this, it's just like, it's such a letdown. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll open up to the audience. Do you think E3 should bother after this point? Because I'm going to say no. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later. Bye.